gosh, look at this one. I gotta take a picture of these outside. You're just not gonna believe this. You're not gonna believe this. These glasses were so easy to make, and it was my first time using the Pinata Opal alcohol ink. Oh my gosh, I am absolutely thrilled with how these turned out. Stay tuned to the video and watch how I do it and watch how easy it is. You can do it too. I'm gonna try this Pinata alcohol ink. I just bought this Opal. And you want to shake it up because all that color settles to the bottom, and then you don't want that. So I don't have needle nose dropper. I have this other little dropper that I'm not real thrilled about, but it's all I got today. It's not the needle nose like I wanted, but that's all right. And also my Pinata sapphire blue that I have in the same dropper. Have mixed up my KSRESIN liquidy split. I've mixed up 40 milliliters. Probably will end up using all of it. I'm just going to go ahead and put on a thin layer. I really do not have a set plan today. Normally I think about my plan before I even get started, but I'm winging it. So and I'll probably change my mind. I'm putting a thin layer on, guys. You do not need to put a thick layer. So you don't need a thick layer on wine glasses. You've heard me say this before if you've watched my videos. You don't need a thick layer. Number one, a thick layer is going to look probably kind of strange if you do a super thick layer. You don't need to waste all that resin. If you bang your glass against a surface hard enough to chip the resin, you've probably broken the glass. Resin is incredibly durable. Now, if you drop it on the floor, it's most likely going to chip off, but then the glass is broken too. Now, think about a tumbler. If you make tumblers, stainless steel tumblers, you're probably used to putting on multiple layers because you're using glitter, or you're putting on stickers, or you know, you're putting on all kinds of embellishments, so you need multiple layers of resin. Well, guess what? On a wine glass, we're not doing all that stuff. We're just putting on alcohol ink and mica powder and, you know, pretty basic stuff. It's not a multi-layer deal. I've had some questions about, do I put a top coat on after I have added alcohol ink or mica powder or whatever? And the answer is no, I do not. And the reason is because you don't need it. Now, if you dust mica powder on top of a resin layer, yes, you need to add a top coat to seal in that mica powder. However, if the mica powder is mixed in, or the alcohol ink is mixed in, or whatever it is, you really do not need to top coat. And I do not resin all the way to the top. And that's another reason why I don't top coat. A top coat would make it more food safe. This resin, once fully cured, is food safe. And I'm going to save a little bit of this resin because I kind of have an idea. Let me put a little bit more. This resin, when fully cured, is completely food safe. It is FDA compliant. I have a link to the material safety data sheet in the description below the video if you are curious. I'm going to put a little bit more on here and then reserve just a hair. Anyway, what was I saying? So I don't resin all the way to the top because your lips are just barely on the glass. So the resin is not all the way. It stops about a half an inch. Now, unless you're going to sit there and lick the glass or suck on it like a pacifier, your lips never touch the glass. I'll wipe off my gloves so I can grab things and not get all stickiness. Low heat, high air, just popping bubbles. Zola's supervising. Look how pretty that girl is. I don't, see, look, all over my desk. All right, it's gonna come out a little. All right, just sprinkling, because if I squeeze this, it's gonna go all over the flipping place. All right, super nervous. See how the colorant leaks to the bottom right there? So you want to make sure you shake it. Shake it good. All right. Oh my gosh, I'm really nervous. Let me see if I can get closer here. You see it? Okay. Wow. This opal is absolutely amazing. Oh my goodness. This is really going to pop. Y'all, this is going to be flipping amazing. Look at that. Oh my God. I don't know if you can see it on camera. I hope you can. This is stunning.
When you are working with a heat gun and epoxy resin, you want to have it on low heat, the lowest heat setting that you have, but high air, because what you're going to do is you're going to use the air to push the resin and push the ink around, and it creates really cool swirls. It's also important to remember not to leave the heat gun on one spot too long, or you could definitely burn your resin, and that's going to mess up your entire project.
Probably do. My low heat, high air, and I'm going to just try to high air. I think this is going to be really cool. Just a little bit of leftover resin in this cup. I'm going to put 1 drop of this liquid resin dye, and I think it's boogered up. No, it's not. I'm going to put 1 drop in it. I'm going to put 2 drops. And stir it. This is very opaque here. All right. And I think that I want to just put a little bit of white pretty randomly on each of these. And I'm just going to drag it. Not really a wave. I'm not going to hit this with heat. I just want a tiny little bit of white. Oh my gosh, this is going to be amazing. Okay. And I'm not going to hit this with heat. I'm just going to kind of let the resin do its thing and go where it wants to go. I'm seeing some really cool interactions between this white and the blue and the opal. The white's just kind of, I don't know, it's not really splintering, it's just sort of blending really, really cool. I'm not really sure what you want to call it. This is going to be amazeballs. Alright, I'm just going to do little tiny bit here. Okay, that's it. That's all I'm going to do. I am not going to hit this with heat at all. If there's bubbles, there's bubbles. But this has got to turn for a couple of hours. I'm going to slide it out of the way so I can work on my table. Next time I will put white paper towel on these pool noodles. I wish they made white pool noodles. I need to figure something else out to use. So, can you see how pretty that is? I'm gonna have to take a picture out in the sunshine. These are stunning. These are stunning. Oh my gosh, look at this one. I gotta take a picture of these outside. You're just not gonna believe this. You're not gonna believe this.
Just look at these. Zola's being nosy in the sun. Look at that. Look at the shimmer. Look at this. Oh my gosh. Zola, please. She's so nosy. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh my gosh. These are going to be a big hit. Big hit. And so easy. Feel like maybe I could have put a little bit more blue. Maybe, or you know what? You know what would be good? Is instead of using blue alcohol ink, I could use my turquoise blue liquid resin dye from the KSRESIN liquid resin dye. Look at that spot. That's stunning. And then put the Opal alcohol ink on top of that. I think that would be a plan. So, super happy with these. Let me know what you think in the comments. And make it a great day, friends. Bye. Zola says bye too, but she's busy chewing on a stick.